Hey, welcome back to an all aboard for another episode of How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. We're playing Simutrans, and this is an interlude in the Expanding Worlds game for the tutorial. And it's an interlude because I went to a different map for a moment because I wanted to show you some things. First thing, under the options button, and go to those settings. Come to routing. Those of you who do not like that station coverage, you can take it all the way out to 8, you can take it all the way down to 1. You can change it right here. I'm not certain what allow merge distant halt is. I'm going to play with that right here. The maximum route steps is the maximum number of steps that you can go on a route. Maximum choose at any time is 250 right now on the baseline set. Hops and 9 transfers, you can do up to 9 transfers. So that's number of transfers from vehicle type to vehicle type, or maybe you just decided you're going to take the hub out and get everything into a hub, take it to the a central mail hub, and then just like they do, the big sort centers, then out to a regional sort center, then to a local sort center, and then, so you'd have it, 8, 9 transfer points. These here are the costs, and nothing kicks as bad as a 90-degree turn other than slope for slowing you down. Even tunnel isn't as bad as slope at 16, and a high-speed tunnel doesn't slow it down as much as a slope does. And you can adjust that. You can make it worse if you want, or you can make it slightly better. How bad? Between 1 and 1,000 on all these. Yep. You can make the maximum bridge length shorter. You can do no routing over overcrowded so that it won't follow an overcrowded section. And you can do avoid overcrowding, which tells the AI running your drivers that they're not to take and go through those. Separate halt capacities. All those platforms? What if each platform had a separate capacity from? And that's what I kind of want to look at. How does that work? So let's go find an industry, like right here. Let's put in 2 or 3. Let's do 3. Let's do 3 and load them up. And then activate this. Let's take a peek now at that capacity. Or does it mean that it only applies to, let's take a peek here. Still has 416. Maybe that has to be cooked at the beginning. I don't know. I was thinking that meant that each platform would have its own capacity. I must have been wrong. See? We're learning something. 1, Kelly Jack's usually wrong. Well, we knew that. 2. That didn't work the way Kelly Jack thought, so we're going to figure that one out. Station coverage. Let's see, where is it? There it is. And then we need to open that back up because we need to have player colors for a second. And I want red because red shows up easier for me. About brown, dark brown, doesn't work. This brown, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. Not as good, not as good. Blue's tougher. That guy, I don't know if you can see that tone shift. For those of you who have trouble with color blindness. How about neon? Oh, there we go. Neon green. That'll make it show up really good. So let's see. Yep. Now if we do a take out a station and put in a station, doesn't increase the station. It increased that side, but not the sides. Ah! So you would have to go in and take and do at the edges of the station or replace the whole station in order to get it. Frustrating, but useful tool to know. You can change your spread. And I took that out to 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, wait a minute here. I thought it said it was only doing 3. Nope, I took it out to 4. Good grief, imagine 7 here. Let's see what 7 looks like. Nope, it only works for passenger. Interesting. So cargo has to be close, but the passengers are what I dropped in, so why isn't it changing it? Oh, I bet you I know why. I didn't destroy those. So if I destroy these, then come back in, let's do it as cargo to make certain cargo does it. Cargo grows it out. Yes. So you'd have to go to the ends of your stations to expand it. Like the center point on each, and maybe the corners if it's a big enough station. But you can change that. Costs a little bit of money, but a lot better than replacing the whole thing. So those were the things I wanted to talk about. Oh, by the way, Pak64 won with 1 vote. Nobody else voted other than the one person who did. Was not me. Before anybody accuses me of my love of Pak64 graphics. Yes, I do prefer the Pak64. Though I'm learning 128, I'm learning to love it. And I said I was going to take and play 192 at some point down the road. but nobody wanted to see the silly version of the game. So I'm cheating here for a moment. If I can find where I put it. Get out my lucky wheat penny. Oh, better yet, my 1964 nickel. Heads. And I know you can't see it. I'm going to be honest with you on it, okay? Heads on this flip will be Germany. Tails will be vanilla. Well, it's got to land in the right way. It just managed to land leaning against the computer. Heads, Germany. So we will be playing that newly released DLC on Steam, and I believe on the other app spots as well, of the German Pak64 Germany. That will pick up later this week, and it'll be don't know how long. Haven't even decided where we're going to start. Hey, feel free to leave a comment on this video as to where you want me to start on that. Anyway, this has been the little interlude video where I kind of showed you where you can find out how bad the corners set you back, how bad the slopes set you back. Can you adjust that? Yeah, you can take it down, or you can take it up, and up would be much more realistic. Really, the thing that slows and that railroads hate more than a curve, other than a sharp curve, is grade. Ask any railroad guy you know. They hate going up grade because that slows it down. Downgrade, just as bad. That's where you have a lot of problems because the brakes overheat. That's hotbox territory. And hotbox means fires. And fires lead to all sorts of problems. Derailments for the next train, or a couple of trains later if nobody detected it. Of course, damage to the properties around the railroad. Wildlife issues. Erosional issues down the range, down the line. All sorts of terrible problems. And lawsuits. So, we're headed out. It'll be Germany, Pak64 for the new game to replace Fix-It and Max Chaos. And with that, I'm Cali Jack. Showed you a couple of things within the tools and settings. Maybe one other peek. What else is here that we could talk about? Bits per month. I don't know as if that's the speed or not. I think that is our speed for the game. Oh, and if you want signals on the left and drive on left, those are there. All right, Kelly Jack, have a better night than I'm having.